The Goodyear DuraTrac tire will be a very capable hybrid between your standard all-terrain and mud-terrain tires and will balance both on-road comfort and noise, but with very impressive off-road performance. The DuraTrac will be offered in sizes to fit a 17, 18, and 20-inch wheel, and with heights ranging from 31 to 35 inches. Pricing, as always here, gang, will depend on your sizing, but still going to be relatively affordable for most sizes, starting in the mid to high $100 range. However, larger sizes will bring a larger price tag, as the 35-inch version will land you upwards of $400+. So for those who don't know, Goodyear is one of a handful of tire companies that can say they've been around for over 100 years now, which is definitely saying something in the automotive industry, right? Staying power means a lot. Now, the Wrangler tire that we're talking about here, or the Wrangler lineup, I should say, is just about as legendary as the brand itself and is going to offer a wide variety of options for just about every on and off-road application out there. Now, the DuraTrac in particular is a very popular option in the aftermarket and one of the more aggressive options in the Wrangler lineup, with only their dedicated mud tire being a little bit more gnarly. And I think a big part of the success of the DuraTrac is, again, the fact that it's going to balance a lot of the pros of a traditional all-terrain tire, relatively long lifespan, quiet, comfortable, things like that, but with a really good performance off-road and a tread design typically found with a mud terrain tire. And with that said, let's take a closer look at the tread here with the DuraTrac, because again, in my opinion, it does offer some unique features with this particular tire. First and foremost, this thing does have that unique tread pattern. Again, more aggressive, I would say, than your typical run-of-the-mill AT tire, but at the same time, the voids, at least on the center here, or the space between the lugs, aren't nearly as large as they would be with a dedicated mud tire. And that's where that whole hybrid thing comes into play that we mentioned a little bit earlier. Now, because you are seeing some larger voids here on the shoulder lugs, you can expect some good self-cleaning from this tire once you start building up some wheel speed. However, since the center lugs here are positioned a little bit closer together, road noise won't be nearly as offensive as with some other MT tires in the category. But taking an even closer look within the tread void itself, and it's really hard for you guys to see, I'm sure, but we'll try to get you some shots. And that's going to be the Tractive Groove technology, according to the gang over at Goodyear. These little tiny teeth here within the grooves themselves, or the voids. And what that's going to do is really help get you some traction when you're in some loose snow or mud. Dig deep, get you some bite, and by all accounts, it works very, very well in the snow. And that really isn't any big surprise, as this thing has been given the three-peak mountain snowflake logo, designating the DuraTrac worthy of severe snow duty. And some options of this tire already come pinned for you, so if you want to stud these things up, you have that option if you really want to party in some snow. But moving away from the tread, let's talk about the shoulder and the sidewall area here first. And you will notice some detail or some lugs nearest the shoulder on the sidewall here, and of course that will help with some traction, especially when you air these puppies down a little bit, but it's also going to help protect the two-ply sidewall here with the DuraTrac. Finally, guys, nearest the wheel area, Goodyear has implemented their rim protector or rim guard, just to help you not rash up your favorite set of wheels if you get a little too close to a curb. But in closing, the DuraTrac is going to do a great job of blurring the lines between a traditional all-terrain and mud-terrain tire. Going to give you solid performance off-road while still maintaining a relatively quiet ride while on the highway. So if you want to check out a set of DuraTracs for your rig, you can do so right here at AmericanTrucks.com.